I knew it was, it's close to it's pretty early. And I didn't have it till I was 32 weeks with her. And then I didn't have, she came out AB positive. I didn't have to have the shot. So if it's AB positive, you don't have to have the shot. I don't know what it is. I can't remember.
I
Um,
just know that waiting for the rest of my test results to come back from my RPL testing is just, it's nerve-wracking.
yep,
And I keep checking my portal, and I swear it's probably only stressing me out more.
it is 100%. So I completely agree. I completely get it with you. Like I've had a lot of blood work done. Um, I coded my last surgery. I coded. They almost had to put me on the vent. Every time they gave me pain meds through my IV, I crashed. And it was just a simple. I had kidney stones. I had to have stents put in the first surgery. The second surgery was to take the stents out and blast the stones. Like it was not a hard surgery. And my oxygen keeps dropping. I am now on oxygen at night. They just drew blood today to check my heart. So like I completely understand on your blood work because I'm
And I have a
freaking out
lot
about my
more
blood work.
throughout my other doctor's appointments. Some of it I just can't share yet until I know for sure, but it's just stressful because I'm so used to
Thank you,
telling
Abby.
everybody everything.
Hmm.
And
You've got to learn to just keep it to yourself. You and Kyle, and that's it. That's it.
see,
And
some
you
of
and
it
Kyle
I
are
haven't
doing better now, correct?
Yeah, we're doing great. Just some of it I haven't even told him. And it's hard because I want to just, I want to tell everybody. I'm used to picking up the phone and being like, hey, guess what? This is how this went.
Right.
And of course, I tell Mama everything. But,
Yeah.
yeah,
And I mean, unfortunately, I mean, that's your choice what you do. I'm just trying to give you advice on when you conceive. I'm not going to say if because it's not an if, it's when. When you conceive again, um I mean, it's ultimately up to you who you tell, how fast you tell. I'm just trying to give you advice on this is what I did and this is what made me feel better when I would lose a child, then I didn't feel as guilty. But you
yeah.
just have to remember, if you have a hard time conceiving or carrying, not conceiving, but carrying, you're most likely going to end up having a high risk pregnancy.
I'm already high risk
Okay.
regardless. I knew
Yeah.
when I found out I was pregnant, I was high risk anyway. And
Right.
I had a chemical pregnancy. Like my levels, as far as I know of, never made it past 37.7.
Yeah, that's really low.
Yeah. And she goes, this is what we call a chemical pregnancy, which I've
Hmm.
had one before, so I kind of knew. Because my first chemical, I only made it to like 13.3, and then it went poof, right back
Yeah.
down.
Right.
And
So
10
yeah,
is
because
the gray mark.
yeah, usually a woman doesn't find out they're pregnant until, I mean, you find out as early as 3 weeks, but like I didn't find out in both my pregnancies. I think I was 6 to 7 weeks, and like
I'm an
my
early
numbers
tester.
were.
As soon as I'm late, I can't just not know because of how high risk I am.
I get it. Yeah, no, I'm high risk as well. I get it. But
And
sometimes too, you just have to. I mean, because your baby's gonna be okay. I mean, if you're 5 weeks, 6 weeks when you find out, it's gonna be fine, right?
yeah, I miscarried at 5 weeks.
Right. So your baby's gonna be okay if you don't if when you miss your period if you don't take a test right away. You know what I mean? I mean because at the same sense when you're high risk, your doctor's still not gonna get you until you're 8 to 10 weeks.
The thing is, when I found out I was pregnant, it was around the first. Um, I called as soon as I knew, and they said, because I had an appointment scheduled for October because I had my colonoscopy done in October because of, some other issues that I
Mhm.
was having. cervical cell issues, if you know what I mean. I'll leave it at that.
Yep, I had all that.
And I told her, I said, hey, I'm pregnant. And she's like, okay, we can get you in on the 28th. And, you know,
Mhm. No, so the reason I had my hysterectomy was I had a abnormal pap smear come back, and I went in and they did the dump vinegar and then cut my cells out inside, and they sent it all in for testing, and I came back as precancerous. So they scheduled my hysterectomy because I was done having babies. Scheduled my hysterectomy, and they were going to try to leave an ovary. When they got in there, my ovaries were the size of 12-inch softballs.
oh gosh.
So they had to take everything from me, everything, and they sent everything in for testing, and it all come back as cancerous. So then, 3 months after my surgery, I had to go in and they inject that dye into your body that sticks to cancer, and then go through machines and shows them, and they got it all. Like, miraculously, they got it all. Like, it
Yeah.
was just there. It was just
My
in my
next
woman area.
colonoscopy is on the 16th of October, and I'm honestly not looking forward to it because you know how when they look for something, they do it like a clock, right?
Mhm.
They found it at 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock, and they found some other areas, but like I bled really bad, and they had to put that brownish yellow liquidy stuff. You know,
Mhm.
as like they say, it's like a liquid Band-Aid. It's
Yep.
supposed to slow down your bleeding, but it didn't.
And that's I I don't just stay positive. Okay, you got this. You got this. Just stay positive. Stay calm,
Okay,
and
now I
just
have to ask this because since you went through some of the same stuff, sorry, my mind's spinning. So if I ask a million questions,
you're good. You're good.
when because when I had my appointment for my miscarriage, you know, like they took this tube. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mhm.
It has like a pointy tip on it, and they just kind of went as far back as they could get up, and they scraped.
Yep.
You know, it's the same thing as having a colonoscopy done without the cutting.
So they did that. So when you miscarry, there's such a huge chance of infection. So
Yeah.
they have to do that to clear the infection, to clear any chance of infection. It, it's basically a D&C,
Oh, yeah,
and
I
that's
knew. I
to
knew what
clean
it
your
was.
body out.
Yeah, I knew what it was, but it's kind of because I bled for about a week. Hey, wifey, I bled for about a week, and then I stopped, bled one day, stopped again, and then bled
Mhm.
another day, and I was like, and I called the on-call nurse at the ER that's down here, and she's like, well, you need to get in because your body possibly didn't, carry through the process, and well, they were right. And
Right.
that's something I haven't shared because I'm trying to wait for the rest of my test results to come back because they had to take 16 tubes of blood. They're testing like my chromosome level, testing my autoimmune, my
Mhm.
thyroid, my liver, like all that stuff.
Have you had, like, has your thyroid ever been tested before?
Yes,
Does it come back good?
I have hypertension. For like my heart, I have hypertension. My thyroid, I don't know. I've had it tested. I can't remember.
So hypertension is high blood pressure.
Yeah,
It
I know they stress
hypothyroidism.
out a lot.
Do you have hypothyroidism?
Not that I know of.
So that's your thyroid. So if you have a bad thyroid, it can also play a part in being being able to conceive. Like your thyroid does so much, it is unreal. So I have a bad thyroid and I take medicine every single day. And I've had a bad thyroid for, oh my gosh, since I was,
I wouldn't wish that on anyone. My mom, well, not she's not my biological mom, but mama, she's had a bad thyroid, and
yep.
it's not safe.
I think we found my bad thyroid when I was 20 and I'm 36. So, I mean, it's a lot, and and I have hypertension, which is high blood pressure, and you
I have
name it, I have
hypertension
it right now. And
because it could be harmful when you're pregnant, and it's just. And I'm trying to regulate my diet because I'm trying to gain more weight because I only weigh 105 and the doctor wants to see me up at least at 130. My pants are falling off my ass. And I
um,
can barely fit into anything because I'm not keeping weight. And when I do gain weight, I lose it.
right.
And it's stressful. I'm spiraling. It's been a mess, but I've held it together for.
Oh, I get it, and that's why I tell you that it's okay to come on here and be like, "Hey, I'm kind of struggling tonight. Does anybody want to jump in my box and talk to me?" And hell, it's okay to do that. Like you're not getting on here and being like, "Hey, I'm struggling. Can somebody send me $30? It'll make me feel better if I can order me some McDonald's." You know what I mean? You're not doing that. You're just simply getting on here to talk to somebody to help you through the mental struggle that you're currently going on. Like look at you. I mean, you're outside, you're walking, you're not crying. It's okay to do this. It's okay, Kenisha. It is okay.
Yeah, I know. And like I was talking to Mama today, and I feel bad because, as much as like I'm 22, I'm an adult. I should be able to do some of these life tasks without having someone. I don't mean this to sound rude, but up my ass. And I feel like I can't even function or even take a shower without getting on live because I am so stressed out. Like
But
even to cook, I have to get on live because I have no motivation to do it.
it's okay. It's fun to watch you cook.
I
It's
mean, it's
even
fun for
funner.
me too, unless I burn myself.
It's even funner to watch Kyle come up behind you and take food while you're cooking and you smack him.
Oh no, that makes me really mad. I'm
But it's
telling
really
you,
funny to watch. Just saying.
I know that. Thank you for letting
Oh
me know
yes,
that.
cats. Yes.
Kyle
Yes.
he cleans the litter boxes. I fill up their food bowls. I mean, I love my
Yes.
babies to death. I think they know I've been stressed because they have been
Absolutely.
so clingy, so
Oh,
clingy.
your animals are the
Yeah,
first to know. Your animals are the first to know. But yes, stay away from the cat litter. It's the ammonia in your cat's urine. That's what it is.
yeah,
It's not
I know.
necessarily the litter. It's the ammonia in the urine.
I know, and that's why I tell Kyle, like our litter boxes get changed on a daily because one, as much as I love Stacy and I love Allie, their house was the litter box.
Right. I get
It
that.
did not happen in here.
Right. Right.
Like they have
Um,
a full big case of litter. They have two big bags. They have two big bags of food. I'm not playing in that game.
yeah. No, just be really careful with the litter. Just make sure Kyle's changing the litter. Um, because that can, and then like processed meats you need to be careful with.
Oh, I can't speak. Here I
Lunch
go. Stutter.
meats. Lunch meats.
I don't really
Those
eat a lot of lunch meats. I don't like the
tuna.
taste of them. I don't eat tuna either.
Okay. And if you're gonna have spam, you need to do the canned spam.
See, that's why I had spam today. I only get canned spam.
Okay, yeah, only the canned spam. As far as like chicken nuggets and popcorn chicken and that kind of stuff, I don't see a problem with that. Fish you need to be very careful with fish if you eat fish. Like fish sticks, I wouldn't. I just personally wouldn't. Um, it's a yeah. Well, after you're pregnant, but also if you struggle to carry as well, because that is what my doctor told me. If I was struggling to carry my child, it's the Oh, I don't know what's in it. I don't it I can't remember. Does anybody know what's in it?
I spaced out what you said. What'd you
The
say?
the processed meats, hon. You want to be careful on processed meats. And fish, tuna, lunch meat, stuff like that. You want to be very careful eating. You don't want to consume too much of it. You can eat it. You don't want to consume too much.
I know. I was gonna say something. Oh, speaking of meats, for the people who don't know, check your meat if you're getting it from Walmart. They did a lot of recalls on a lot of meat.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I don't know who all knows that, but someone sent it to me, and they're doing a lot of recalls on meats from
Yeah,
Walmart. So you need to check your meat, and you need to check with your Walmart. I wouldn't even
yeah,
bother taking it back because I was really stressed out when someone sent me that, but I forgot I got my meat from Myers and not Walmart, and
yeah.
I
And like
almost freaked out.
yeah, you're good. Like, and you're good to eat meats. Like, there's
I
fish,
know
tuna.
it's
Like I said, fish, tuna. When I was pregnant or trying to get pregnant, I didn't eat tuna fish or any kind of fish at all, at all.
I overthink a lot of things, so I'm constantly doing research all the time,
No,
especially
I
if
get it.
someone tells me.
I'm the same way. I get it.
I
I
used
get
to
it.
be so bad with my overthinking when I was, when I lost a lot of weight, that I would get to the point of like counting calories and reading labels, and I stopped
Hmm.
doing that. I just cook.
Yeah. But sleep is number one. You have to sleep. You have to sleep. And I don't care if you lay there and Kyle has to tickle your back for hours on end at night to keep you relaxed to sleep. Then that's what he needs to do.
I know.
So out walking at whatever it's 1:17 my time. I don't even know what time it is your time. 3 something?
Yeah,
Yeah, you need to go home, get in bed and go to sleep.
I know.
Like you got this. Stay strong. You got this.
I'm gonna wake up, and I know tomorrow's gonna be a better day. It's just,
Absolutely.
it's,
Absolutely. It's not a bad life. It's just a bad day. It's not a bad life. So you need to go home, get in bed and go to sleep because you know that mama would be on your butt right now.
I know she would.
So I'm going to do it for her cuz she's not here and take your butt to bed. That's what you need to do. You need to go in and take your butt to bed. I don't care if you lay there, stay on live, watch TikTok, whatever you're going to do. Obviously it's 1:18 and I'm still awake. But you need to go in and lay down. Relax your body.
Yeah.
And if you feel hungry, eat. It's okay to eat several times a day, little things several times a day. You don't have to like stick to lunch, breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's okay to just snack throughout the day.
You would take the kids to take them out.
So you're exhausted. You are exhausted. You need to go to sleep. And it's okay not to have okay days. It's okay. It's okay to just want to lay in bed and sleep. It's okay. Do it. Your body needs it. Okay? It's okay to come on here and ask for somebody to talk to, because this is probably one of the hardest struggles as a woman that a woman has. And then you're going to struggle and you're going to get angry and then you're going to attack Kyle. And then Kyle's going to come right back at you and then you guys are going to fight. So he just needs to understand that you're not doing it because you have something against him. You're doing it because you're upset, and that's just what happens. Like, because of the struggle, pregnancy struggle is just one of the hardest struggles for women, and it's mentally exhausting. But you just have to mentally stay there and stay mentally strong, and you'll get through it. So continue to do what you're doing. Continue to vlog what you're doing. Just continue doing what you're doing every single day, blogging your tests and whatever. But just do me a favor, and if you do get pregnant this time round, try to keep it a secret as long as you can. I I promise it it's just a smidge easier. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy. It's a smidge because nobody knew. You got this. Okay? I don't care if you're 32. It's a struggle. I'm it's not just because you're 22 and you should be able to do this without. No, this is a hard thing to deal with,
I'm
but
gonna, huh?
it'll happen when it's time, and you just have to have faith in that. Okay?
Alright, I'm gonna get off here and go
Go
to
to sleep.
bed.